So for game number 1, JorDan's playing with the Malay up in the north. Kingstone is playing with the Hindustanis down the south. So JorDan, for this civilization, is gonna have first off a 60% boost in H research time, right? So that's going to allow him to shell about 40% of the research time that, you know, it would take for other civilizations to go up to the next stage. Then on top of that, we also see for the Malay 30 and 40% cheaper battle elephant line units in the castle and Imperial Ages. The rest of the bonuses for the Malay will be for hybrid or water maps. We don't have any of that over here, even if there is a little bit of water. It's just going to be for villagers to collect shorefish. And not much more than that, right? As a matter of fact, if you see, we have over here technically 6 ponds, or I guess you could say 5. But only 2 shorefish in front for JorDan. Kingston, on the other hand, playing with the Hindustanis, will get 10, 15, 20, and 25% cheaper villagers in the Dark Feudal Castle and Imperial Ages, in addition to 25% faster attacking camel units. For the Hindustanis, they are going to have on top of that 1 extra melee and 1 extra pierce hammer and gunpowder units. While for the team bonus, camels, like Aryan Hussar, they deal 2 bonus damage against buildings. Now, in a similar fashion, Kingston's going to have 2 shorefish available to collect from, with the exception that they are going to be on the back for Kingstone compared to JorDan's. And for the map generation, what do we get over here for these guys? Starting with the blue player, we're going to see the main goal on the left-hand side for JorDan. Well, the secondary goal is going to be on the right-hand side. Then for stone, on the other hand, we're going to see the main stone towards the southeast. Secondary stone is going to be towards the northwest. And it shouldn't be too difficult for him to wall himself off. And not only wall himself off, but even securing these resources, right? So those stone and gold sources are going to get secure by just going for some quick walls like this. And then on the right-hand side, is going to be a little bit harder. And taking a look at the way that he's going for the houses over here, it kind of makes me wonder if he's going to try to go for something very greedy like this. If he were to go for that, he would be able to secure the additional stone, the additional gold, and then the berries. But not only that, also a couple wood lines on the back of the walls. Wow! He is going for it, isn't he? Damn, okay. Well, that's going to take a while. And especially this section is going to be so difficult to protect. Taking a look at Kingstone's map generation, the red player on the other hand has got the main goal on the back. He's got the secondary goal on the back as well. The main stone is going to be kind of forward, secondary stone is going to be kind of forward, so this does not come with other trade-offs. Having the fish on the back is going to come at the expense of having the stones forward. The Lord give it, the Lord take it away. As for potential for stone, for the wall, sorry, we're going to see maybe some walls like this, from here towards the berries, from here towards the DC, and then from here to here, right? That should be enough for him to secure 1, both these golds, a couple wool lines, the fish, of course. And it's not bad, just the stone is going to be kind of out of reach at the very least. Unless he goes for something maybe a little bit greedier, perhaps something like this could work a little bit better. Something like this, right? That'll be better for sure. He will be able to secure this stone, and he'll be able to secure extra wood lines. But yeah, we'll see. Up in the north, we see the walls coming out from JorDan. Yeah. Yeah, just here. For Kingstone. There we go. Down the south. Still was coming out for Kingston as he gets to the Fuel Age. He's going to try and make a play for scouts. And up in the north, he was trying to get to the villager. Oh! That was dangerous. He almost gets kind of trapped. Yeah, well done. JorDan's here. It's gonna get the walls up. And it's gonna be fine. And these are probably greedier walls than what I was expecting to see, but JorDan has taken the time to go for it. And as such... No way! Come on! Of course it had to be a GL player! Are you seriously gonna try and make a play for Malay fish and chips? Kilimanjaro! Unbelievable! Okay, well, if he's going to go for this, we might as well finish mentioning the bonuses for Malay. They get a 33% discount on fish traps that provides 300% additional food compared to standard fish traps. And then on top of that, the dogs for the team bonus for Malay, they get twice the line of sight, so they have very nice vision. This can potentially also serve as a sort of fortification once you get thalassocracy, but yeah, it's interesting to see right now. He's actually getting ahead by so much. It's got for extra workers. It should be only 2 extra workers for the Malay when getting to the FLH, but because the fish and chips over here, he's actually going higher than that. And yeah, I mean, it's going to be very cheap. It's not going to be game-changingly overpowered, right? But it's a couple of extra eco units that JorDan's going to have access to. This is going to certainly dwindle and impact the longer the game goes, but early on, I guess it can be kind of game-changing at the very beginning, right? It's going to be 4 extra eco units after all, compared to what he would usually have, which is going to result in more like 6 extra eco units. So it is strong. It is strong. It's not going to be super broken in the later stages of the game. There is just simply not enough space for him to just rely on the fish and chips for food income, right? But he's doing a really good job optimizing the layout of the fish traps so that he can maximize the amount of fish that he can get from there. Wow. JorDan clearly knowing that he doesn't need any wins. That's an interesting way to put it, yeah. And Kingston is, I mean, is just coming in, right? Trying to get the tower up and just whatever. Try to do some damage. He knows that if he just plays for economy, he's just going to get completely destroyed. So he's trying to put some pressure, and JorDan's got enough resources to go for a defensive tower himself. Well, if Kingston manages to get this one up, that'd be great. Even if he ends up losing it eventually, that could potentially result in 1 fish ship going down, maybe? Maybe not. He's got the villagers garrisoned over here. Can he actually take the fishing ship down? Yeah. I'm not really sure. I think JorDan just moves this one. Okay, never mind. Okay, so yeah, there we go. 1 fishing ship goes down, so that is some damage. But it's unlikely that Kingston's gonna be able to keep this tower up for very long. He's not collecting any stones, so it's unlikely he's gonna go for any extra towers after this one. Good in control for JorDan as well. Yeah, if he plays his cards right, he'll potentially bring a villager over to the base of the tower. A little bit of idle TC for both these players. I assume you're probably referring to JorDan's idle TC time earlier. Yeah, he's managed to stabilize for the most part. It's got some stone miners now. He's going for town watch, and Kingston's gonna try to go for another tower elsewhere, perhaps? Yeah, he is collecting some stone himself, right? But this one goes down, and the push falls to pieces from Kingston. He's got another tower coming up in a place that is not really going to achieve much of anything for him. It's going to deny the secondary goal, I guess, from JorDan, but I don't think it matters. JorDan still has the main goal on the back. And he's got the defender's advantage, so once he does get to the castle edge, he shouldn't really struggle to take the tower down pretty quickly. Here we go. Yep. The tower's going down eventually from Kingstone. And the push is just going to crumble. JorDan is a much stronger population right now. He still keeps on going for more freaking fishing ships. My lord, is this even working for JorDan? How many does he have over here? He's got 8 fishing ships. And it seems to be working. He's going for yet another dock. Gee, this is not what you expect to see whatsoever, but it's what we're getting, and it's not something that I'm going to complain about. I'll tell you that much. Especially if he ends up working out. This might be a little bit of a fantasy play from JorDan, but if it does end up working out, this is probably going to set the precedent, and now the scouts are getting trapped. Yes. A little bit of a pain. There we go. But are the scouts trapped with the villagers, or are the villagers trapped with the scouts? We see one village go down from JorDan, so maybe not the best trade over there. He does end up taking both of these scouts down, and it's all going to be about the rep, right? This is getting rep points with this. People won't want to mess with JorDan anymore. 2 towers for Kingston, 2 towers for JorDan. JorDan doesn't end up losing 1 villager though. Since I'm making bad predictions, I expect full elephants to Karambits. Right. I'd be down to that, by the way. Would love to see it. Guess it should be on the way for JorDan very soon. Yes, he's got the resources right now. Just gotta click it. He's gonna be there in a minute and a half. He finds himself about 17 workers ahead still. And Kingston's getting to the castle age. He's got a second TC on the way. You were expecting to see elephants? Well, JorDan surely will oblige. Does he have a blacksmith somewhere? He does, because he's got fletching, right? So, and he kind of needed it because of the tower, so probably gonna see scale bar than armor. That's going to be 100% confirmation that he's hoping to go for elephants. And Kingstone's got some spearmen, no pikeman upgrade yet though. Scale bar armor on the way for JorDan. Yes. You're expecting to see it, and you got it! He's got 3 stables, even not really sure what the 3rd one is. Oh no, he's got 2, sorry. Yeah, he's got just 2. But yes, we will see battle elephants from the Malay, 30% cheaper. It's got plenty of food workers. It's got plenty of gold miners, it's gonna be safe. And the chunkers will be coming out very shortly, while Kingston, on the other hand, he knows there is something on the way, right? Very soon he can see the stable over there. Alright, there we go. The elephants are coming in completely, stomping on the spearman. That was so good for JorDan. He's getting, oh my lord, he's taking almost no damage from the spearman over there. With all the upgrades Kingston can get. He's got camels, he's got archers. Yeah. Here we go. Version comes in, we have the camels over here as well, but JorDan's going to continue going for the elephants. And it's working out so far. Should be able to take the towers down. These guys, they do get bonus damage against buildings. We'll see more conversions coming up. Kingstone. It's gotta be kind of frustrating, right? You're playing the game correctly as Kingstone. He's going for the monks to counter the elephants. He's gone for pressure over here, and Jordan's done nothing but fantasy play, but these are not like outpost rushes, that right? Like, these are effective plays. It might be a little bit of a fantasy play from Jordan, but it's effective, it's working. It does yield a benefit for Jordan. It's not just for shows, for looks, right? See the counter conversions coming up. Jordan is reinstating his elephants. There we go. Wonder if he'll expand to other pawns in keeping with the theme. Well, he does have a TC on the left-hand side, so he's... Yes, I was going to say he's going to have control of the next pawn that was right next to the walls, and he has gone for the dock over there. Still has the most elephants. Can still keep on going for monks, and while for the most part he's been playing defensive. And it's actually Kingstone the one to get ahead in work account right now, interestingly enough. Yeah, Jordan is gonna continue to try and make this work. Right now I would imagine for the German player, the fun and the content value is probably much... You know, it's probably much better than the 40 potential dollars that he could take from this game if you played more standard. But I'll take it. What a fiesta, man. Guys, on the way. You were expecting to see elephants or karambits? Well, we are going to get elephants and the karambit warriors. Because why not? Jordan's just going for everything. He's going to throw everything at the wall and see what sticks. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Or to see on the way now for Kingston as well. And where are the Karambit warriors? Jordan? He knows we are waiting for it. We know that he wants to go for it. What are we waiting for? Well, his economy is not the best, I'll tell you. Is it trying to play just for fishing ships? I think it's trying to play just for fishing ships, right? He's got 18 fishing ships, he's got 15 food workers. Many of these fishing ships are probably just starting to get the fish traps up. So I guess Jordan's just going to rely on the fishing ships completely. While, you know, Kingston, of course, is going for a much more standard kind of approach. Let's make harbors. Yeah, well, once he gets Thalassacracy, right? That's going to also be the case that the docks over here are going to turn into fortifications in a sense. Yeah, and Kingston started to pull a very nice population lead over Jordan. It's got a much stronger food economy, so it should be definitely the first one to go up to the Imperial Age. I'll tell you that much. And Jordan's going for a galley. On the back. Oh no, on the left-hand side one. On the left-hand side one. What is this though? Sneaky villagers on the left. He's got an elephant. He's got more elephants coming up. Well, it's gonna take a good chunk of units for Jordan to effectively push Kingston down with elephants only. You know, by playing these series live, the guys are allowed to stream their points of view. So I am pretty sure this is probably something related to Jordan trying to be entertaining trendy kind of meme strats. Still waiting for the karambits. Come on, JorDan, you know you want it. And here come the elephants. Oh, JorDan's not waiting for too many more to come out. It's gonna start raiding. Kingston already. 8 elephants. 8 elephants might actually be enough to take the TC down, but they will be left on probably less than half that. So yeah, he's just gonna try to raid instead. Well, it's good. It's taking a while for these guys to get taken down by the camels. Yeah, even by the TCs, of course. Let's just gotta pay attention, make sure not to lose these for free. Yeah, and he's heading down south where Kingston does not seem to be paying attention right now. Here we go. Castle on the way at the very top from Kingston, and JorDan. He's gone! He's gone for 1 karambit, yes! Definitely not the massive units that I was expecting to see, but hey, you are correct in both your predictions. We see elephants and we see karambits. And we can say karambits now officially as he is gone for the second one, the third one as well. Yeah, and then back home, Kingston's managed to stabilize. And he's looking good, guys. Like, realistically, so long as Kingston does not throw the game massively over here or something, he should be in a good spot. I mean, take a look at the exodus from JorDan. Take a look at the exodus. So many villagers just walking away. And the fishing economy, of course, is just something out of this world. So here comes Kingston. He's got the elephants. They lose one of the mountains, but he's bringing extra cavalry units. And if he can take the TC down, there's going to be so much economy exposed from JorDan over here that it's ridiculous. So this makes me wonder then, what will we see from JorDan in games 2 and 3 if he's so keen on the fantasy plays? Gotta wonder, right? Yeah, there you are. Beautiful. Good defense for JorDan. Still has some of the elephants moving forward. Still has... Oh! An extra TC down south trying to secure the gold over here in Kingston is raiding this. JorDan does not seem to be paying attention to that area. And JorDan! He is most likely than not going to get suppressed over here very soon as the raid kind of dwindles from the blue player. And the position on top of the hill from Kingston solidifies. He goes for extra TCs. He's got the castle already up. Most likely will be the first and perhaps only player to go out to the Imperial Age. Kingston should be in a good spot though. He's going for bloodlines now, but only now. Extra TC on the way for JorDan as well. And he's gonna make it hard though. It's not going to make it easy. Kingston's gonna have to work his butt off to suppress JorDan, who's just going to continue expanding around the map. Definitely needs the mangonels. Let's learn that he needed more fishing ships. Yep, that's definitely the takeaway here. This would not have happened if he had gotten control of extra plots and he would have gone up to 40 fishing ships. Tell me anything that makes me believe that JorDan's got a chance. Well, if he starts playing more meta right now, the Malay are going to have the tools with which to fight Hindustan is up. But he needs to... There's so much he needs to catch up for right now that the chances are looking very small. For Casa from Kingstone, beautiful one as well, and JorDan is bringing the villagers over. Why is he still there then? Yeah, it's gonna keep on trying because he's not dead. But we know, of course JorDan does not know what we know. You can see the score lead over here and whatnot, but we know that so long as Kingstone does not massively throw the game over here, he should have this one secured, and JorDan's just still trying to make this work because that'd be an epic comeback if he was able to. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's going to be over very soon, especially as Kingstone's going up to the Imperial Age. It's going to get access to trebuchets. He might not have gotten the castle up over here, but he does have the castle on top of the hill. He's going for yet another castle up in the north. And JorDan, this time around, won't really have the resources to go for a defensive castle himself. Interesting location for Kingstones, by the way. I would have assumed that he would have wanted to range the TC and then sound docks as opposed to the docks and not the TC at all. But yeah, I would imagine that JorDan's probably just still trying over here because it would be epic if he was able to come back, but honestly, chances are very, very small. If it had harbor, then JorDan would have won. Absolutely, if he had gone for more fishing ships, if he had gone for harbor. If he had gotten the Wargali upgrade, right? Yeah, he wins easy. Grand Trunk Road coming in for Kingstone as well. Fantastic for his gold income, and JorDan sees Kingstone get into the Imperial Age and calls a GG for Kingstone to get game number 1 over here. Is not going to change his standings whatsoever. Once again, is just guaranteed to, you know, get demoted. It's just going to be about the money at this point. It's if he managed to get a clean sweep right against JorDan, then he would be able to get demoted in 5th place versus 6th. It's not going to make a difference. For the achievements, military then is gonna be better for Kingstone, about a 4 to 3k ratio, a little bit higher than that, which is fantastic. For economy, you have a stronger economy for Kingstone as well, collecting about 13,000 extra resources. For society, higher villager max count for Kingstone as well by a lot. Not by a little, by a lot. JorDan lost 60 villagers throughout the game. And there we are, JorDan playing with the Japanese. It's gonna be on the left-hand side, playing the blue color. Meanwhile, Kingstone towards the southeast, playing with the Huns, will be in the red color. And for civilizations, JorDan will then get 33% faster attacking infantry units. Is that something we are expecting to be at play this game? And I would say yes, most definitely yes. JorDan sending up 4 villager 1 minute into the game. He's gonna try and make a play for militias. Unbelievable. So besides that, the Japanese will also get a 50% discount on drop-off buildings. They will get fishing ships with 5, 10, 15, 20% faster fishing. In the Dark Hilo Castle and Imperial Ages, those are twice the HP. Those are +2 Pierce armor as well. And JorDan's not making the play for militias. What is this then? Fishing ships on the back of Kingstone's base. No militias then. Yeah, that might have been a little bit too aggressive, too early for militias. But if you can get the dock up over here, start fishing on the forward dock, right, and then go for militias afterwards, that could still be interesting to see in any case. And I think JorDan's just going for, once again, the interesting strats over here, not necessarily the most effective ones. As for the team bonus, finally, the Japanese will get 50% extra line of sight on galley line ships, while Kingstone, playing with Huns, he gets 20% cheaper cavalry archer units in the castle in Imperial Ages, as well as 50% accuracy on trebuchets as opposed to 15%. They also begin with 200 population support from the get-go at the expense of 100 wood, and for the team bonus, Huns get 20% faster working stables. So yeah, don't worry about it. That's kind of related to Twitch and where it is that they have advertisers and where they don't, right? In some places they are going to show commercials, some places they are not going to show commercials, some places they are going to show more commercials than in other places. Never past the amount that I set it to, but sometimes less than that. So we had talked about the civilizations, the map generation on the other hand, and taking a look at JorDan. We're gonna see that for the blue player. It's got the main gold kind of on the back. It's packaged. It's kind of side-ish, but it's also on the back. And now there's one big thing for JorDan over here, and that's the fact that he's closer to the corner of the map compared to Kingstone, who is more like in between both these pawns, which means JorDan should be in a good position to wall himself, something like this, from here to here, something like that. It's not going to be too hard for him to do, and he will be able to secure the wall line. He will be able to secure the main gold. He will be able to secure the stone and the entire pawn, which is kind of ignoring for the most part right now, though. And what is going on over here? Little skirmish going in favor of JorDan. Yes, he's paying attention though to the TC, so he won't take any losses. And taking a look at Kingstone's map generation on the other hand, we're gonna see that he's got the main gold kind of exposed towards the northeast. He's got the secondary gold towards the southwest, and then the other secondary gold is gonna be towards the southeast. All the stones are going to be on the left and right hand sides respectively, kind of far away from the TCs. No matter what he chooses to go for walls over here, he won't really be able to secure the majority of the resources unless he goes for something wonky like this, right? Which I don't think is going to be the case. I think it's probably going to be something more like this, perhaps. Maybe so, that he can get access to this one and he can secure this one, right? Plus the wood line. Village is on the way for both these guys. Kingston's going up a little bit earlier. JorDan's got one extra worker, one extra fishing ship. There we go. Because they have no money, the local economy, the place you're watching from, is going to have an impact over there. Yeah. Not precisely you specifically. The other potential reason is maybe using an ad blocker as well. But anyway. Oh, JorDan can't see the villager. This guy already has them, and JorDan's still about 40 seconds away. The village himself, so he cannot just go forward and try to take the village down, right? He needs to wait until he gets to the village. Kingston realizes about the dock from JorDan's gonna try and get a second dock up over here. JorDan's got the resource to go for a second one, and he will go for a second one as well. Here we go. Beautiful. Yes, sir. Yeah, very good. Takes a scout down from JorDan, and now it's going to be a fight over the south pond. JorDan, however, does have a villager moving over to the right. And it seems a lot more standard, right? From this point onwards, it seems a lot more meta from JorDan. With the exception of the first dock coming up in a forward pond, JorDan's actually kind of playing standard right now, right? He's trying to control the extra pawns. We're gonna see Kingston also try to go for the right hand side pawn. JorDan's coming in on top. At the very least, it kind of seems like it though. Kingston's gotta be careful, and Jordan's gotta be careful too, not to try and target these fire galleys behind, like the fishing ships or the docks or whatever. Kingston's gonna always be wary of the possibility of using obstacles to sustain the engagement. Jordan's gotta be wary of that. Third dock on the way for Kingston. Jordan, not really thinking of something like that yet. He's going for a demolition raft, however. Will there be a fantasy play later? That is the good question. We could very well see that be the case. Shot coming up, and that is not enough from Kingston. Usually a demolition raft will take the fishing ships down with one shot, but because these are fishing ships from the Japanese, they are significantly tanky, right? So they can endure the demo shot, and that was kind of wasteful from Kingston. Now it's going to be JorDan, the one trying to hunt the demo raft down, and he's going to do it. Now it seems like he's going to come out on top despite having 3 dogs over here. Kingston seems to be getting taken down. Up in the north, we're gonna see once again both these players. They seem to be kind of going hand in hand, right? Just trying to get the dogs up at about the same time. Kingston, yeah, he's got it already on the way, and he doesn't know about Jordan's. Jordan's doesn't know about Kingston's, and Kingston's just going to call the GG though. Does not want to have anything else to do with this anymore. But Jordan takes game number 2. That's going to be, well, yeah, the last chance for... Actually, no, nothing changes, right? Yeah, once again, no matter what the result for this series is, like, it's already settled in stone. I guess that's going to be the last chance of Kingston to knock Capuch down to the 6th place. Yeah, because right now, he's got 3 points. If he gets game number 3, that's going to be 5 points, but because he lost against Capuch, he would still be 6th, so it's... I guess that was the last chance for him to finish 5th. Still going to get demoted though, so that doesn't change. Hans lost, but Hans are Hans. Yeah, well, Kingston was going to end up losing the dock down south. You take a look at the KD over here, it was absolutely brutal for Kingston this game. 7-1. It was either Brazil, unfortunately, for Kingston. And JorDan, very fittingly, the German one, will end up getting the better end of the deal over there. And we're going to see for economy. A stronger economy for JorDan in the end. It was going to keep on getting much higher than this, right? After Kingston lost control of the South Pond, it was going to get better for JorDan as well. Well done. Yeah, just besides money, right, for standings, nothing is going to change anymore from this point onwards. And welcome everyone then to game number 3. The final one in the series. JorDan playing with Berbers towards the southwest. It's gonna have the blue color Kingston up in the northeast. In the red color, it's gonna be playing with Gujaras instead. And what do we see over here? Well, we're gonna have for JorDan 15 and 20% cheaper stable unit production of the castle in Imperial Ages. Besides that, he will get 10% faster moving villagers. For the team bonus, finally, the Berbers will also provide JorDan with access to Genie Tours. While Kingston, on the other hand, playing with the Gujaras, is going to have 2 additional berry bushes starting underneath the TC. It's going to have the ability to garrison herdables inside mills, and then in addition to that, we're going to have for the Gujaras also 20, 30, and 40% higher bonus damage from mounted units in the field castle in Imperial Ages, sorry. While for the team bonus, we're gonna see for the Gujaras 25% faster training elephant and camel type units. Playing with Berbers over here, there are a few choices for JorDan to go for fantasy plays over here. He can either try to go for full knight or camel production in the castle age, like go absolute ham, right? Go for triple, quadruple, quintuple stable production. Alternatively, he can try and use 10% faster moving villagers to go forward, maybe try to get a trash going, right, and send a bunch of villagers forward and just try to engage in a villager war. We could see that as well. This is Arabia, and that is usually not that common, so I'm not positive that's going to be the plan for JorDan, but yeah, anyway, guess we'll see. Here we are. Yeah, it's overall pretty good for JorDan, I would say, if you were to take advantage of that. But Kingstone, once he gets to the Castle Age, his units are going to be significantly stronger. At the very least, that should be the case. I hate how easy all the pros make garrisoning weekend on the board and then popping out Seam. Yeah, I know. You know, throughout January, and I've said this a few times, but I've been trying to get back in shape in Age of Empires. I've been playing from time to time, mostly practicing the builds and whatnot. And it's sometimes it's a struggle to just do the simple, you know, the simplest of things. And the pro players is just automatized. These are players who have played thousands, if not tens of thousands of games, and have all these processes already automatized. They don't even think about it, right? It's just like they can easily go and take 2 boards at the same time. Maybe not 2 boards at the same time, like from different places, right? But they can go and lure the board and just talk to chat and read the chat and just keep on scouting and see what their opponent base looks like, while already having figured out what the wall is going to look like for them and already having scouted their own resources. Like, it's incredible. And you just get that with, like, it's just grind, right? It's a lot of practice. Just looks like it's single motion. Yeah. 10% faster villagers could be a big boost for my late game woodlines. Yeah. That isn't the case. Something like that, or the 3 extra carrying capacity that the villagers get from the Aztecs. Yeah. So let's take a look at the map generation before getting any further. As the players are already going out to the fuel age, we'll see what we get. JorDan's going up on 19 population, so it seems like it's going to be a standard play for scouts. But he does have the main goal forward. He's got the secondary goals both on the back, and then there is even a neutral goal on the back over here. So if JorDan were to get away with some greedy walls, something like this, he would actually be able to secure 3 golds, right? One which wouldn't really belong to him. As for the south, it's going to be pretty easy for him to wall this way. That would allow him to secure wall line over here. And then the stones are going to be kind of exposed still, with the main one being part of the walls if he does go for something like this. And the secondary one being forward next to the main goal, very exposed. So I'm taking a look at Kingstone's map generation. Well, he's got the main goal forward. He's got also a secondary goal on the right hand side. That's not great. And then the other secondary goal is going to be forward as well on the left hand side. It's not looking particularly good, but take a look at this though. Is the village going down? No. Alright. So yeah, for the stones on the other hand, we're going to see the main stone on the back. We're going to see the secondary stone up in the north, and he does have the TC closer to the corner of the map. So if he could get away with the walls like this, he would be able to secure both these wall lines, but I don't think that's going to be the case necessarily. It's probably going to be more like this, perhaps. Which wouldn't really secure a wall line, but would be significantly easier to defend in any case. It's alright, I love watching that because his moves are also deliberate. I know he actually does have a high APM, relatively to basically, yeah, everyone else except for like the very top tier players, right? But it still looks so smooth on stream. Yeah, the goals for red are absolutely disgusting. JorDan's base is so much better. And he's got no villagers coming over though. He's gonna go for full trash. This is not what you're expecting to see from Berbers. So is this the fantasy play from JorDan? Playing Berbers as if it were Byzantines? Full skirm spear production? Okay. This is like a feel of void. Kind of push. Yeah, and that gold mine, by the way, the mining camp, yeah, not coming up. It's gonna need to collect from here. Very unfortunate for the red player to have all the resources forward. If anything, he kind of needed a very good map generation against JorDan, right, to kind of level the odds a little bit, but this is probably as bad as it could have gotten for Kingston, honestly. Atrocious map generation. And JorDan's going for full aggression over here as well, already getting to do some damage. Disrupting Kingstone's economy, you can see, going down in efficiency in the last minute. Meanwhile, on the left-hand side, we're going to see Kingston go forward with some scouts. He's got skirmishers on the way. Those are going to be for defense. Let's see if he can do anything with these scouts. And by the way, JorDan's not going for the greedy walls that I was suspecting he would want to go for. No, instead he's going for something like this. I think that's probably because he doesn't know about the golds. Yeah, if he knew about both these golds, I'm pretty sure he would actually take the time to go for the wall towards the edge of the map. Here come the scouts from Kingstone. No villager has gone down from JorDan yet. As a matter of fact, there's only one villager which has taken a few hits. Otherwise, the scout have been unable to do much of anything. And Kingston's not paying attention, so now he's taking a free hit from the spearman. And up in the north, JorDan is doing a good job. Just keeping Kingston kind of busy, right? He will end up getting cleaned up over here. Kingston's got the defender's advantage. At this point, no one's got pledging, so these skirmishers are not particularly high range or particularly strong. With good unit control, actually, JorDan could still come out on top over here, but I'm expecting Kingstone with the defender's advantage to be able to take care of this just fine. He could small wall in the tower on the hill with that position, but not worth it unless he can get a lot of damage. Right. Lone Sword Janitor push later? I'm trying to think that we hear this composition. Lone Sword for the Berbers? I mean, I guess. You could try. And the Castle Age is just going to be as good as anything else, and Janitor would certainly be something, right? Hey, check this out. Did JorDan realize about the golds? No, but he knows about the wall, so he's going to go for the greedy walls towards the edge of the map regardless. And this is just going to be the cherry on top, right? This is just going to be a pleasant surprise by the time he eventually realizes of the extra resources. He has scouted everywhere else, so he knows there's goal there by elimination. That is true maybe for one of the secondary goals. Not necessarily. The secondary goals can be much farther than what he scouted so far, so we could have a secondary goal over here, for instance. He knows about the main one, the secondary one. So yeah, there is a chance that there is a secondary goal over here, but it could very well be beyond here anyway. This, however, this one is just like a bonus. Castle Age on the way for JorDan. And this is what I'm curious about then. It is in the Castle Age that he gets access to the rest of the bonuses. Quite clearly he was not interested in going for some sort of fantasy play with just the villagers, right? Taking advantage of the faster movement speed. Instead, he's gonna have to play either for Janitors or full stable, full push in the Castle Age if he is to go for a fantasy play. Yeah, otherwise I'm not really sure what else he could be thinking of. There you are, villager goes down. For Kingstone, yes. It's gonna be the first Eco Blood, by the way, in the game. And JorDan is getting to the Castle Age. 45 seconds. He's got an extra stable on the way, as expected. It is going to be full stable for him. I'm not really sure if it's going to try and make a play for full knights or full camels. Remember that the Gujaras, they do get 30% extra bonus damage from mounted units, right? So their camels are actually pretty good. JorDan is going to get a 15% discount on stable unit production of the castle age. So if he wanted to go for camels himself, this would be the way to go about it. And he's going for knights instead. Well, I mean, he can try also, right? Maybe the play is just try and go for full knight even against camels, right? Could be. He's taking the camel scout down now with scouts. So there's that. And Kingston, he does have 2 stables himself as well, and JorDan should be aware of this too. Well, he knows about the 4 one, right? He doesn't know about the one in the back, but here come the knights. We have camels on the way now for JorDan as well. He's gonna go for a little bit of everything. And it seems like the fantasy playtime is off after games number 1 and 2. It seems like JorDan's gonna play a little bit more standard over here, although we did have a glimpse of it, right, with a full trash push in the fuel age, but now it seems like it's just gonna be standard gameplay for JorDan. Opening up with the knights, making the transition into camels right now. Second TC is on the way for the bull player, and Kingston on the other hand has got the second TC on the way as well. He's got into the castle age. He does have a higher work count compared to JorDan by virtue of the bull player getting wheelbarrow in. Kingston does not have it yet. Anyway. There we go. Why forging only in castle? I was doing fuel. Depends on what you're going for. He was going for trash units. And trash units are not something that you're going to worry about the attack of too much. You're mostly meaning to harass units with. Unless you're talking about skirmishers. Skirmishers you do want to get fletching because it impacts the range. But like spearmen with forging, spearmen without forging, they are still going to take forever to take even a villager down. So you just save the resources, go up to the castle age earlier, right? And go for stronger units. And then you can go for forging afterwards when you have something that's going to benefit from it more. Forging for knights will make them better against pikemen as well, so that is necessary for them. It's going to make them better against camels too. The attack upgrades when fighting against the counter units of the units you're going for is very important. And it's all going to be situational, as I guess as you would say. Man, JorDan still. He's kind of sitting on top of a beautiful gift from the map script over here, and he has not opened the present yet. He hasn't realized it's got something fantastic inside. If this plays out standard, John Gurjara's counter everything Berbers have. Well, with the Shivansha Riders, they are going to counter range units, including the camel archers. With their camels, they are going to have additional bonus damage compared to standard camels. However, the camels for JorDan are cheaper. And 30% higher bonus damage for Gurjaras, I don't think is going to compensate for the discount that the camels get for the Berbers, because this is just the bonus damage part of the attack of the camels. They have 7 base attack, and then for bonus damage, that's going to be against camel 6. If you increase that by 30%, that's going to be up to 8, right? And JorDan, on the other hand, I think it's probably going to be pretty even though. I don't think it's going to change too much. If it were 30% higher attack total, then yeah, Kingston should definitely be on the lead, but I think it's probably going to be kind of even. Think about the forging explanation. I always do mini scouts. Thought they kill faster then. Oh yeah, if you're going for scouts, forging is very handy for taking spearmen down faster, for instance. So you have a group of 3-4 scouts and you can take the spearmen down much better with forging. And it's going to make taking the villagers down faster as well. Ultimately, you will benefit from getting the attack upgrades, you know, in the long run, because it's not always going to be about the amount of hits a unit takes another unit down when both are full HP, oftentimes the fights are going to be a lot messier. And if you have scouts in skirmishers, for instance, the skirmishers are going to chunk HP off the spearmen, and sometimes, you know, having fortune is going to be the difference between a weakened spearman going down in one hit less than otherwise. The same for villagers as well, so you will benefit from it. Obviously it's an upgrade, but for the most part pro players try to just not go for it unless you are in those specific situations, right, where you are with scouts against spearmen, or you're trying to go for full scout push in the fuel age, like double triple stable production. You're just going to save the resources, go up faster, and get access to like knights earlier, right? Oh! It's open! It's open up in the north! I don't think Kingston was meaning to have this close right away, but it's still going to be kind of tragic to see all the camels coming. And he's got the hill advantage too. Bunch of monks coming over from the bull player. 24 camels versus 22 camels plus. About 4 monks over here for JorDan, if I'm not mistaken. 5 monks even! He gets the conversion. Beautiful. Castle on the way now for Kingstone. Yeah, and that seems like it's going to result in a lot of losses. I don't know if this is going to be enough of a push from JorDan to deny the castle and take a better engagement against the camels over here, but I think it might. 25 versus... how many camels do we have for JorDan over here still? 28. The monks are still here, regenerating faith by the minute, and of course having the potential for conversion. So I think the engagement is coming up right now, guys. Yes, JorDan is feeling confident enough to take the engagement even underneath the TC. He's got a lot of extra camels, got the monks over there. The monks control, though, that was not good. JorDan doesn't have losing a few for free to the TC, but he still does have 3. So he's bringing the camels over. The quick walls from Kingston are not working out. And JorDan's going for one big battle, one final big battle over here. 26 camels still versus 24 camels. The conversions are coming up, and JorDan's bringing villagers to get a castle up next to Kingston. And yeah, he doesn't that relocate on the castle instead. 32 versus 22. Yeah, and JorDan decides to just bail. However, he will take a much better engagement over here. Kingston's gonna be left in a very small amount of units overall. Not quite. The castle does come up, so JorDan's got a bail from here. But he's got the villages up in the north. He was gonna try to go for a back castle, interestingly enough, or one behind, where Kingston's gone for the castle himself. And yeah, JorDan still has enough units over here to guarantee the castle coming up, I think. Monks, on the other hand, unfortunately, too slow for him to salvage. So it's just going to be full camels versus camels, and the numbers are still looking much better for JorDan, so long as he does not take the engagement underneath the castle. Should be able to take this one pretty easily. And for the most part, he's going to. Yes. JorDan doesn't start getting pushed away from here, though. Wow. Wow, that was a really, really good defense for Kingstone. I really thought that JorDan was going to get the castle up. And I think he actually might have been able to, maybe if he committed over there, try to take the camels down, perhaps. But he probably would have lost all the camels, though. That probably would have been a pricier loss for him. KD is very, very close right now. JorDan's looking a little bit stronger. Oh, he does manage to breach in, though, through the right-hand side. Second group of camels coming in from JorDan and Kingstone. Seems like he realized about this, but a little bit too late. Hey, Jan. Hi. I'm doing alright. I hope you're doing alright as well. Hope everything's going well. Beautiful. Unbelievable to see JorDan still so far ahead in military. Still has a stronger economy. You take a look at the word count's better for Kingston, yes. But JorDan has taken the time to go for upgrades that Kingston is sorely missing. And I'm talking about handguard, I'm talking about heavy plow. Both very important upgrades for your eco efficiency, and that's what allows JorDan to get enough resources to click up to the Imperial Age. While Kingston, on the other hand, Kingston is going to struggle big time. Once the Imperial Age is here for JorDan, it's going to be absolutely fantastic, as his discount and civil production is going to go up from 15 to 20%. And yes, the worker efficiency in the last minute has been disaster for Kingston. And it's not just the last minute. I think for the last like 10-15 minutes probably, Kingston's been kind of lagging behind JorDan. Let's take a look at the gather economy time. Yeah, it checks out, right? There are 3 hours of extra gather economy time for JorDan compared to Kingston. Yes. Here we go. Camels from Kingston are going to clean JorDan's units up. JorDan will still have a stronger amount of military, but for the most part it's going to be elsewhere. The left hand side, he's got some of these camels defending the villagers trying to get a castle up. He's got the hill, so by the time he gets to the Imperial Age, he's going to have trebuchets with the hill advantage to take the castle and the TC down with pretty easily. And then the rest of the camels are going to be spread around the front of JorDan's base. We have some over here in front. We have some over here where he already had a castle before. He's brought the rest of the ones from the north over to the center as well. He's trying to regroup. And in 45 seconds, he's going to have the ability to go for heavy camel. He's going to get an extra discount. There we go. Please check the conversion counts after the game. Oh yeah, sure thing. I don't think we can take a look at that within these panels, right? No, we can't. But I can take a look at it right away, actually, if you're curious about it. Conversions are pretty even. Oh, okay. I guess that was after the game. JorDan gets to the Imperial Age and Kingston immediately calls a GG. And yeah, well, the conversions are not going to change anymore, right? So this is going to be 2-1 in favor of JorDan. Imperial Age was enough for him to, you know, kind of pry the GG out of Kingston's hands. Let's take a look at the achievements then, and yes, we do have a better KD for JorDan. We do have a better CD for JorDan as well, the conversion to the desertion ratio. For economy, on the other hand, JorDan's looking much stronger with over 5,000 extra resources. Actually, yeah, over 5,000 extra resources, 5,023 extra resources collected compared to Kingston. And for society, Kingston did manage to get a higher villager max count compared to JorDan, but if you take a look at the amount of villagers he lost, right, you see that it was much pricier for him to get to these numbers because he was consistently losing villagers up until he got to this point. JorDan lost 4 villagers throughout the game. Kingston lost 27. There we are. So well done. Let's go back. So, with Kingston versus JorDan ending, the final standings for Group C are now set in stone. It was going to be the case anyway, no matter what the result was. But yeah, Kingston and Capuch are going to be the ones getting demoted, indeed, from Group C. Because it's going to survive, kind of by the skin of his teeth, honestly. It's got just 1 extra win compared to Capuch. But he's going to survive over here in 4th spot. He's going to remain in the Platinum League for the 3rd season. Meanwhile, Ganji, who came into the Platinum League from Gold, if I'm not mistaken, he is now going to not only remain in platinum, but he's going to be moving on to the round of 12.